Dad's gonna take over.
They don't want us to have a bigger pool than Kanye.
All right, guys. So today we're going to be talking about the definition of a pump cover, because if you don't already know what a pump cover is, then you're really not going to understand what exactly this show is about. But before we get into that, we just want to give you guys a brief little background and introduction into who we are, why we started this podcast, and what you can expect. All right. So my name is Austin, and I've been a trainer since 2018. I'm currently 25 years old, and fitness is my fucking life. Okay. And as much as I love working out, I love seeing people break into the flow of working out and just making that shit their lives. Honestly, I think if I had a calling, it would be turning people into gym rats.
I like that. Well, I'm Vince, and I've been doing this for since 2012. I've been in the fitness industry, worked at different gyms, and now I'm over here with my guy.
Both of us, typical gym rats. I know all you gym rats out there are listening, gym rats and gym ratettes. So we're going to get into this episode. And again, the definition of a pump cover. And Vince, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I didn't know what a pump cover was for so long, but like, let's be real, with all the shit today on like social media, on TikTok, you see all these videos of pump covers. People are just wearing like hoodies. Yeah. Do you agree that a pump cover is only a hoodie, or what do you think it is?
Fuck that. Sorry. A pump cover is anything that is loose that'll cover all, like, a pump cover is like, all right, I got a sweater. You don't know I work out, but once that shit comes out, once you take it off, it's like Transformers.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what the hell? Like, how long have you been hiding under there for?
That's literally the best feeling ever, when you just rip off a hoodie, rip off a shirt. Underneath, you just have a juicy tank top. Your veins are popping. You're all sweaty. And you just feel like, for some reason, no matter if you're small or not, you just feel on top of the world.
Hey, this is how you know pump cover is real. I lost my pump one time. I put my sweater back on, did a few freaking curls. My arms were like pythons, dude. It was amazing. I took it off. It felt great.
All right, so here's the thing. If you guys want people to believe you work out even for a second, wear a pump cover. It'll give you that level of experience. It'll give you that level of respect in the gym, because people know you're hiding some shit under there, and that's facts. The thing with pump covers, in my opinion, is like I said, I used to think there were only like hoodies, like jackets, like basically a hoodie or a jacket. But once I learned that it's just an endless amount of layers that you have to work with, whether it's a long sleeve, whether it's a super baggy t-shirt or a hoodie, my life changed. Because during the winter, I never thought I'd say this, but I'd be wearing pump covers on my upper body and my lower body. The other day I was at the gym and I just ripped off my pants. People look away. I'm like, bro, this is just my pump cover. I had some shorts on underneath.
Okay, so here's how you know you're getting the right pump cover. Let's say you wear a size large. You know what you get? You get an extra large sweater, an extra large long sleeve, so that they don't know what you're getting. Yeah. You don't know what you don't know what I have under here. Once I take it off, you know, I'm packing.
Yes, bro, exactly. And it's funny because I think that there's this misconception that pump covers are only good for hiding the pump. But there's good for so much more than that. And honestly, to all my lady listeners out there, if you don't have a pump cover, an extra large t-shirt, you're missing out. Because I can tell you right now, let's be real. When guys are hiding the pump, we're hiding our arms, we're hiding our chest, we're hiding our back. Now, when girls are wearing the pump cover, I'm not going to lie, the reason you want an extra large t-shirt is so you don't have all those creepo guys in the gym staring at your ass.
Well, let's be real, ladies. Your pump cover is only going to be covering up your upper body. You know, I mean, how many women actually work out their upper body?
Dude, and I love that you brought that up, because I just want to touch on that for a second. If she works out upper body, she's an alpha, bro. If I see a girl in the gym and she's doing curls, she's doing a shoulder press, she's doing a bench press, like, bro, that is some alpha shit right there.
100%.
Okay, be honest. So you said you've been in the fitness industry since 2012, bro.
Yeah.
So when girls come to you to, you know, build muscle, lose fat, whatever it is, where is that area that they want to do it in?
Well, most of the time, they always point at their midsection, obviously. But if they really, really want freaking, like, 90% of the women that come, or 90% of the clients that come to me who are obviously women, they'll ask me like, all I want is nicer legs and a bigger butt. It's like, that's legit. Like, that's all they want. You know what I mean?
100%.
And nowadays, like, it's big butt. Like, I like big butts. I can't lie. That's what everybody lives by. Like, before, it's like, oh my God, that makes your ass look big. And that was a bad thing back in the day. And so now it's like, oh my God, your ass doesn't look big enough. Like, so now every girl wants to freaking work out legs and butt every other day. And, you know, which is cool. Like, I would do it too. But
Yeah.
throw some upper body on there.
Yeah, 100%. I can totally agree. Being someone who works literally primarily with women, with my focus being on women's hormones, women's muscle growth, I see the same thing all the time. They want a slim waist and a big ass booty. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for women out there, let me just tell you, these two things do not mix. And I see this shit way too often. If you're trying to build a big ass booty and you refuse to eat, that shit ain't gonna grow. And I feel like this is not just a thing with women. This is a thing with, hard gainers in general. If you guys are not familiar with the term hard gainers, basically what that is someone with a slimmer build as far as their athletic build goes, and they have a hard time gaining weight. Some of you out there have an easy time gaining weight. Some of you have a hard time gaining weight. Some of you, whether you adjust your diet higher or lower, can adjust it really easy. There are certain people, myself being one, it is hard to put on muscle and to gain weight if you're not eating. Do you see that at all? Like women who say they want to build muscle, but they're not eating?
Okay, all right, ladies, and some gentlemen out there. If you say like, oh, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to get too big, newsflash, you got dudes out there who lift for fucking 2 hours, but don't even look like they've lifted a day in their life. And it's because of what you eat. It's your diet. Essentially, all your questions and answers should be about diet and then working out. Because in the end of the day, like, you know what they say, abs are made in the kitchen.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. If there's literally a holy grail of the secret ingredient to building muscle or to losing fat, it's in your diet. And it's so ironic because today's society, what is that freaking like phrase that everyone knows and they live by when it comes to building muscle or losing fat? They're like, oh, I got to be in a calorie deficit. Like, bro, do you even know what a proper calorie deficit is? It's not 1,000 calories. It's not keto. It's not starvation diet. It's not the air diet. Dude, there was this one client that one of my homies was talking to me about. They came to him. He asked them their diet, and they told him they were on the breatharian diet. Do you know what the breatharian diet is?
What's the breatharian diet? Inform me, please.
The breatharian diet is literally where you just focus on breathing whenever you want to eat, and you just suck in as much air as possible. Literally, the diet is
go lock yourself in a garage, turn on your car, and suck in all the gas and fucking fuel and all the shit that comes out of the back. Because that's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Bro, and it's crazy because all these diets are focused on the same thing, and it's a calorie deficit. And I'm just going to make this super simple for those of you listening who are coming to this podcast for not only the comedy aspect, but the knowledge that you're about to take away. Listen, all of these diets that are putting you in a calorie deficit, that are telling you need to eat 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories, 800 calories, whatever it is, the reason they're telling you this is so they can get you stuck in their marketing scheme forever. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to eat that 1,000 calories consistently for who knows how long. You're going to see some results, then you're going to gain it all back and then some, because that's not how you sustainably lose weight. So let me ask you, how many more times do you think that your body can handle crash dieting and coming back? Or would you rather just do it the right way, build some muscle, lose body fat at the same time? Seems like a pretty simple answer.
Let me caveat off of that. So, obviously, a lot of competitors, that's what they'll do. They'll cut out carbs, which, Austin, I know you have your take on cutting out carbs completely, and, it's not sustainable. But for us who are doing shows, we're not doing it for a long-term, long-term goal. It's just for a short amount of time. Obviously, when we get off prep, we're gonna start eating carbs again. But you saw how I was when I wasn't eating carbs. I was fucking drained. I was cranky, like
mood swings.
Like
shout out Pop Smoke,
PMSing like a mother effer. Dude, it was just crazy. And but people think like, oh, I gotta cut out carbs. No, you actually need carbs. Like that shit. Let me tell you what. After cutting out carbs for 2 fucking months and then eating a whole box of donuts after my show, that pump was insane. Like
Gnarly.
It was
Noticeable.
watch my video on Instagram of after my show. You saw it, dude. I was juicy.
Where can they find you on Instagram, bro?
At Vincent Matthew.
And again, if you want to check out my Instagram, by the kindness of your heart, Austin Camacho Fitness. And again, so like he's saying, carbs are our main source of fuel as humans, okay? You're not special if you cut out carbs. I'm sorry. Like, it's not the secret. And like he said, he's a competitor. Me, on the other hand, I'm just in this for the lifestyle. I want to not only feel good, but look good, right? So it's finding that perfect balance. Obviously, you're going to need carbs. But this just goes to show that the different lifestyles that you have, that's going to determine your diet. For example, competitors, once you get to that peak week, once you get to that stage where you're literally trying to shed every ounce of body fat you have to look as good as you can on stage for 10 seconds, of course you're going to have to cut out those things, right?
But it's not healthy at all.
Exactly. It's not healthy. This is literally doing this for 10 seconds of fame on stage. Then they go back. What do competitors do when they finish and they're trying to grow? What are they eating out?
Everything.
Everything.
Literally everything. Like, you were there after my show. We went to I had a dozen donuts. I ate it all in one sitting, and then we went to Olive Garden. Best believe I fucked that shit up.
And for those of you, like, what do they serve at Olive Garden? Pasta, carbs, breadsticks, like unlimited breadsticks. Like, come on, like, he literally refueled his body. And the crazy part is, he ate a dozen donuts, a crap ton of pasta, pretty much unlimited pasta, unlimited breadsticks. And this dude didn't really even gain any body fat after that one day.
No, I mean,
it doesn't work like that.
I still didn't, and that was in June.
Exactly.
So
it doesn't work like that.
Actually, I recorded a video. I was pretty juicy this morning.
Yeah,
nice and dry. You know,
it's funny. Yeah, like I said, like it's different. It's different lifestyles that determine what kind of diet you want to go on. If you are trying to get to that competitor level, before you even think about cutting the carbs, anyways, you need to make sure that your body is in the right state. You have enough muscle mass, so it's going to work for you. Now let's change the spectrum completely, and let's throw it in the terms of athletes, because everyone remembers when they were young, and you remember you could eat literally whatever you wanted and nothing would happen to you. And I know every single person out there can relate. When you were in high school or whatever, you could literally eat whatever you wanted. You were going with your friends to Jack in the Box, to McDonald's, to Taco Bell, to Sonic, like dairy, whatever you have, like you were eating like shit.
Yeah. Is In-N-Out considered shit?
In-N-Out's kind of like a happy balance. Like, it's not the worst thing you can have. It's not the best. It's kind of in the middle, in my opinion.
But it tastes good, though.
It tastes damn good, and it's super cheap, too.
Anyway, if you want it, you'll get it.
Yeah.
If you want to, all these diet fads, all these like keto and all that, it's not sustainable unless you're going to do it for the rest of your life. But like you said, you're going to plateau. And once you do plateau, like, it's going to be even worse than when you started.
So much worse. And it's funny because the reason I brought up that point of how when we were younger, we could eat whatever we want is because I feel like a lot of people when they were younger, they did sports. They were an athlete, whether it's cross country, basketball, football, volleyball, softball, anything. I don't care if you were in color guard, or if you were in marching band, right? You're still moving around on a daily basis. Yeah. But athletes literally eat whatever they want. And it's funny because I saw a video. Do you know who Jason Phillips is? He's on like Mind Pump all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a video. Jason Phillips was talking on his story, and he was calling out coaches for telling athletes to eat healthy. And he literally said, when an athlete's in season, it literally does not matter what they're eating as long as they're getting enough food, enough calories for the best possible performance on the field, then it doesn't matter. And it's funny because it's kind of the same concept as competing, because basically he's saying during season, he feeds his athletes whatever they want as long as they get the proper calorie goal, the proper carb goal, so that way they can produce enough energy on the field to get tackled and break through 5 more tackles, But then when they're off season, now he's more focused on bringing them back and focusing on things like gut health, focusing on things like proper, heart health and all that shit. But during season, completely different regimen. But it just depends on what you want. If you're just someone who wants to look good and feel good, then I feel like a happy balance in the middle of those two things is going to work out perfect.
So, all in all, a double-double from In-N-Out with the animal-style fries and a chocolate shake. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Again, I don't think that's bad or it'll take you off track, but just something to think about. More of the story, also, if you do have a double-double with animal fries, your pump at the gym after is going to be insane.
Dude, I had In-N-Out last night. As soon as I took the first bite, it's like I was doing bicep curls. It felt amazing.
Oh man, that's the thing about pump covers. If you guys don't already have a pump cover, recently just discovered this, go to Target. What do they have at Target, Vince?
No, Target, Walmart, Goodwill, anything. Just get a fucking extra large, or for you heftier people, get a fucking triple X. I would wear a triple XL. If it looks like a dress, you don't see what I'm working with, and once I take it off, like that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. And I've been wearing pump covers for a minute now.
Yeah, totally. And here's one more thing that I want to touch on is I see this all the time, and I feel like this week I've seen this shit so much is all these power lifters, all these like bodybuilders posting things like Rice Krispies, like sour gummy worms, like cinnamon toast crunch, like Pop-Tarts. I call them pump tarts. What is the best thing you can have before the gym for a juicy ass pump?
I have a whole box of Pop-Tarts. Just letting you know, I have a whole box of Pop-Tarts and your pre-workout. That's a recipe for disaster in a good way.
All right, and I know you guys are super confused whenever you're seeing this. I know for a fact you guys have seen people posting Rice Krispies on their stories, and they say this is for the pump. You see Pop-Tarts on their stories. Let me just tell you really quick what these are for, because I'm pretty sure 90% of you are wondering, why are people eating shit right before they work out? Let me tell you. Okay, so when it comes to all of these things, Pop-Tarts, Rice Krispies, gummy worms, what are they? They're carbs. Now, there's two types of carbs that are going to be primarily talked about, right? There's going to be complex carbs and fast acting carbs, with fast digesting carbs. Okay. So the reason people are eating Rice Krispies, Pop-Tarts, these are fast carbs in the sense that they're not complex. So they break down in your body, release into your bloodstream within 20 minutes. So the reason people are eating this shit right before they work out, it's not heavy, released into the bloodstream within 20 minutes, and they can use that energy from those carbs for a juicy pump.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, if I can eat Pop-Tarts the whole time I'm working out, I would.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I've literally worked out, done my entire workout, and like after every set, I would take like a bite of a Pop-Tart. I've done that before.
As a matter of fact, I think I was squatting, and I think I had like 365 on there for the first time, and I had Pop-Tarts and pre-workout that day. So I'm not saying you're gonna squat that much, but I'm saying it was a late night work. Oh, that was the night I pressed a leg press 1,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh, bro! Literally, my boy over here is leg pressing 1,000 pounds. Again, would you have a Pop-Tart?
A Pop-Tart.
Dude had a Pop-Tart. So if you want to leg press 1,000 pounds, again, check with your local gym owner. Have a Pop-Tart. But anyways,
Full range of motion.
This is leg pressing 1,000 pounds. I swear to you, bro. I think the machine was about to break.
Don't say that out loud, because if it does break, then that's on me. So.
Anyways, guys, for a juiciest pump, if you guys are wondering what those things do, Rice Krispies, Pop-Tarts, sour gummy worms, all that stuff, that's exactly what they're used for. And now that I think about it, all my PRs have come from having one of those things beforehand. So, okay, guys, now that you guys know what a pump cover is, now that you guys know what it's used for, now that you know the benefits, this is the type of shit that we're going to be uncovering on the podcast. Shit that you've seen before, shit that you know, but you don't know what's under the surface and what it actually does, what the meaning behind it is. And that's what you guys can expect, okay? So let me know down below in the comments, message us on Instagram, and tell us what you guys want to hear on the podcast, and tell us what kind of topics you want to hear about, okay? And that brings us into our final...
no filter.
Hashtag no filter. That brings us into our final segment, where this is going to be our most anticipated segment of the show, and I promise you guys that. It's called The Juice. We're literally going to be talking about the latest, most juiciest topics.
Juicy.
The latest, juiciest topics that are literally out there. So, honestly, bro, I'm not going to lie, bro. I got to bring one up right now. Are you ready?
Hold on, let me stretch for this one. Go ahead.
All right, man. What do you think about snakes?
Cut the head. Cut the head. Don't trust a fucking snake.
All right, listen, guys. Okay, so the reason we brought this up is both of us in our lives have been experiencing situations where again, we know you guys can relate, which is why we're talking about this stuff, because this is the uncomfortable shit that no one wants to talk about. So both of us have been experiencing shit in our lives where we're giving our trust, where we're giving, pretty much a piece of ourselves to someone else, and we see it backfire on us. And
Hold on. Hey, just so you guys know, this is not directly towards anybody specific. It's just like a blanket statement, by the way. Right? I mean,
yeah, of course.
over the years of doing this, like,
Over the years, it
Over
just
the years,
happens to be ironic that it's happening in like my life as well, but listen, over the course of years, I feel like, when you first like kind of like you tell a friend, you kind of give them like a shit test, and you're like, all right, can I trust you? Can you keep a secret? And then you tell them that shit, and then next thing you know, someone's bringing it up to you, and you're like,
how the hell did my aunt from Alaska know about this? What the fuck?
literally, bro.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah, your neighbors knock on your door. You all right, bro? You're like, what?
like, how did the deaf guy down the street hear about our fucking problems? That's how you know it's a fucking problem.
Literally, yeah. Sometimes I'll literally just tell people like a bullshit secret to see if anyone finds out about it. And I'm not gonna lie, like that shit's worked before. Like I'll literally be like something super juicy. I'll be like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I just got nipple piercings. And next thing I know, someone's like, I heard you got nipple piercings. I'm like, no, dog.
Bro, Austin has been there for me we've been close for a long fucking time. And I need a reality TV show, man. I need a fucking camera on my life the whole time. I've been gone from the, like, somehow, some way, it just comes to me, like, from left field, you know what I mean? Like, with anything.
Bro, it's funny because every single friend group I've ever been a part of throughout my life has that one friend where everything in their life is insane. Like, and it literally goes back to that topic where people are like, bro, your life is a movie. And then your only response can be like, I know.
I mean, it's not. There's two types of people though. There's the ones who, they like to start it and they do it, and then there's the ones who just comes to you because it just comes to you. You know what I mean? Like, I got a lot of haters here, haters and viewers. So can you all right, Austin, without names, tell these people about how Vince came to Self-Made and how it all started. You told me kind of like.
Yeah. See, listen, this isn't really, honestly, how I'm going to describe this isn't really a story about Vince, but it's going to encompass him in a sense of this is going to relate again to a lot of people. Okay. So obviously, as you guys know, you guys have heard the saying that if you don't have haters, then you're doing something wrong, right? Or if you have haters, you're doing something right. One of the two. You've heard it.
Yeah.
So the thing with Vince is when you first got here to Self-Made training and just working in a new environment, it's never easy coming into a new environment and having those people in the gym, quote unquote, that have been like veterans or that have been like veterans in a sense of like they've been here a long time, right? Veterans in a sense of like they have more clientele than you. Yeah. They know more people than you. They're not really the most welcoming, and it's almost like you have to earn your stripes. And that goes in anything. That's like if you try out for a new sport and you're trying out for the team, all the kids that were on the team the year before you, they're doing their damnedest to make sure you fail and you don't make the team.
100%.
And it's the same concept no matter what area in the workforce you go into. And coming into an environment where everyone's a shark hunting for their own business.
And some snakes.
Snakes can't swim, by the way. When everyone's looking for their same business, it's a hostile environment. And to earn someone's respect in there, it takes a lot of things, not only showing them that you know how to run a business, but I think in terms of anything in this environment is showing people you have the discipline and commitment to yourself and your own body before you can put that in someone else's. So when Vince first got here, he was literally on the grind, okay? So when he first got here, he wasn't in the best shape of his life. And I'll be the first to tell you that because I'm honest, I'm 100%. He told so many people, hey, you think I should do a show? You think I could do a show? What do you think would happen if I did a show? Literally, I can tell you 90% of them were like, don't do a show, bro. Like, you're not even going to place. Dude decides to do a show. For the next 10 weeks straight, every single day, dude is the first one in the gym, last one to leave. Every single day. What was that like, bro?
Fuck. Dude, I'll get here like 5, sometimes 4:30 and do my hour cardio, and I'll train for another, 2 hours and then train again later at night. I mean, it was when people say they can't do it because it's too much. It's not about being able to do it. It's how bad you want it. Like, I didn't really care, if I were to place or not. It's the fact that I did it to say I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I put my all into it. I mean, you saw I was here every single day. Like, I was still handling my business here, still training, still getting my meals in, doing everything I can do. And, it felt great, honestly. I mean, it was tiring, but it felt great.
Yeah, and anyone who's been through any kind of fitness journey in their life will tell you that those moments and those periods of time where you have extreme discipline and you see your life and your body and your mentality change before your very eyes, dude, there's no better feeling. There's no feeling like it. And it feels like you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but you felt on top of the world, bro.
Fuck yeah. Like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, it felt great.
And I can tell you that, again, from the outside looking in, from a time where like we weren't on like the closest level, everyone was looking at you like, dude, how does this guy already have a better physique than me? How is this guy getting so popular? How is this guy doing all this shit? And he's only been here a couple months. And I can tell you that's what everyone was thinking.
Gotta put in the time.
Exactly. So the thing that I'm getting at, guys, is if you put in that time, if you commit yourself to something, if you dedicate yourself to something, people don't like to see that because it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them nervous and it makes them self-conscious of their own habits, and they will try to bring you down, not because they want to see you fall, but because they don't want to see you rise above the level that they're at.
Yeah, I agree. There's haters everywhere, and whether you're doing good or bad, people will hate on you, like, regardless of what you do.
Regardless. And I think that just goes to show that saying is so fucking accurate, guys. If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. If you do have haters, you're doing something right. So honestly, we'll deep dive into a lot of this other stuff on the podcast here, but just keep in mind that when you are experiencing times of growth in your life, the people closest to you, there will be people that support you, but there will also be people who are close to you that are going to try and keep you down. Why are you trying so hard? Why are you doing all that? You don't need to be doing that. You're fine where you're at. They don't want to see you elevate. Do it anyways.
Yeah, fuck them. Hey, the 3 Fs.
I'm not saying it.
Hey, I don't care what you say. Unless you're fucking me, financing me, or feeding me, then I don't care.
Period.
Period.
All right, guys. And with that, we are out. This was, again, the first episode of Pump Covers. We'll be coming at you again. My name's Austin.
And my name's Vince.
Every single week with the latest Pump Covers, uncovering the truth. Doses.